Welcome to the fourth edition of DePaul Connection. Joining me today are Executive Vice President Jeff Bethke, Provost Salma Ghanem, Vice President for Student Affairs Jean Zdziarski, and Vice President for Mission and Ministry Father Memo Campuzano. Under today's update segment, just to update you on a few things which have happened, our students now have the option to have a pass D or fail option for undergrad students. This allows our students to make a decision on the last day of classes to inform their instructor to say they want either a pass D or a fail grade for their class. And this removes some of the stress associated with taking classes remotely, which is being done for the first time at this level at DePaul. The second update is there have been a lot of questions about resuming university operations. The COVID situation has caused a lot of us to take pause and try and figure out when can we resume what we call normal operations. As you know, we have a COVID task force which is looking at this day to day, and we take guidance from the state as well as from the city as to when we might be able to return to our campus. With this goal in mind, it's your safety and well-being that we're after. So we'll keep you informed as we hear more from the local and state officials. The third update is how are we living our mission in this day and age? And I'll just share with you three examples. One from our School of Music. If you haven't heard our music faculty, students, and alumni perform, I invite you to go to their new, they have a new channel, which is on YouTube, where they have unreleased performances from our faculty and students, as well as they plan to have some of our student recitals and faculty performances on this site moving forward. Our theater school launched the Community Drama Division to bring theater and wellness practice to our Chicago area youth. During these times of social distancing, the Community Drama Division is offering online classes for children ages 4 to 14. So for those of you who have young ones, we've heard from quite a few of you who said that we don't pay our teachers enough now that you have to have the young ones with you. This is one way to keep them engaged in the community. And lastly, Father Memo will talk more about this, but we have some new things going on for Vincentian Service Day, especially now that we're doing it in a virtual format. With that, I'd like to ask my first group of questions. I want to direct them to Salma. Salma, again, since college visits are no longer taking place, how are we able to show prospective students what it's like to visit DePaul's campuses, meet our faculty, and meet people from DePaul in general?
Well, Gabe, we have done a lot in terms of connecting with our current students as well as prospective students through a virtual environment. So I would recommend that if they would go to the DePaul, the main DePaul webpage, there is a link on that page on how they can tour the university in a virtual environment. The other way they can go about finding out virtual tours is by going to the website go.depaul/visit. And there are many ways that they can connect with the university, either in terms of a virtual visit, to talk to an admission counselor, as well as to talk to our faculty.
Thank you. And for our students who don't have necessarily access to a home computer, these are potential students. Is there any other way they can reach out to our counselor?
Yes, absolutely. They can always call. And the phone number to call is 312-362-8300. And they can be helped over the telephone. They don't have to use the online environment.
Thank you, Salma. Jeff, a couple of questions about benefits. What kinds of changes to our health benefits have been made available to our faculty and staff in light of our current stay-at-home situation?
Great. Thank you, Gabe. On April 14th, just yesterday, there was a Newsline article that explains 2 of the new enhancements to the benefits plan that were rolled out in response to the stay-at-home order. The first is a mechanism for reducing the risk of exposure to COVID-19. We've expanded the telehealth benefit, both for COVID-19 and non-COVID-19 related illnesses. So there is now a zero-cost solution for that. No copays, no deductibles, no co-insurance for in-network. So members who are on DePaul's PPO and CDHP plans can access these benefits through their participating providers or by registering on MD Live. So then the HMO participants can also get access as well. So that's one good benefit that we've added. And the second is an expansion of our backup care through Bright Horizons, DePaul's emergency care backup care provider. So if Bright Horizons cannot fill an in-home care request, we can now provide a reimbursement up to $100 for available, up to $100 for alternative care per employee. So I would encourage folks to go out and search the Newsline article from yesterday that details these items more fully.
Thank you, Jeff. The other question is, given that it looks like the university will be facing a budget shortfall, will there be changes to employee benefits such as retirement plans or our tuition benefits?
We don't have anything planned at the moment. We are watching the fall enrollment situation. It's of course very early, but we'll see what revenues look like for next year and respond accordingly. But at this point, we're not considering any changes to any of those plans.
Thank you, Jeff. Jean, I have a couple of questions for you, and one is a two-pronged question. What kind of reaction or response have we gotten to DeHub, and how can students stay involved in school activities and spirit? I see you're wearing blue, like all of us are wearing blue.
Definitely got to wear blue and support that school pride. You know, it's really been interesting to see the level of engagement that we've gotten from students in this remote environment. At the beginning of the spring quarter, the Office of Student Involvement created DEN, or our Digital Engagement Network. That's in part of the DeHub, our student organization portal. And if you go there right now, you find that there's over 350 different events that are available to students throughout this spring quarter, and the number keeps growing. One event in particular that I'll highlight was Demonthon. Last week, our students put together the annual Demonthon event, but did it in a virtual environment. Over 100 students attended the event and participated in it, and it was really great to see them kind of let their hair down, dance a little, have fun, and really raise money for a great cause with Lurie Children's Hospital. So it was a lot of fun, but I encourage students to check out DeHub and look at all the different events that are available for them to be involved in.
Thank you, Gene. And Demonthon was a great event. We're glad Joe and I were able to be part of it. And you should have gone there. You would have seen Gene kind of swaying to the music, so to speak. So what's the next big thing, Gene?
Well, I got two events that I'll highlight at this point. The first of them is our virtual gnome hunt that's going to happen May 4th through the 8th. Now, whether people are new, if you've participated in our traditional gnome hunt in the past, or if you're new to the gnome hunt idea, I think you're really going to enjoy this special edition of what has become a fun campus tradition. Students, faculty, staff, student organizations, campus departments can adopt the gnome to decorate. Now, we've got printable versions as well as digital options of gnomes, but you're going to choose a name and create a social distancing story for your gnome. The deadline to request a digital gnome is April 24th, so you want to get on this pretty quick. For more information about this program, go to DeHub on the student involvement page and look for virtual gnome hunt. The second one I want to touch on is really right up your alley, Dr. E. It's DePaul's Got Talent. This is going to be an online event showcasing the many talents of our students and alumni. And this is a program that's being hosted by Alumni Relations and the Office of Student Involvement. DePaul's Got Talent will take place on May 7th at 7 p.m. via live stream. Now, the acts are going to be evaluated by judges and categorized into 3 different types: music, movement, and variety. There's also going to be a People's Choice Award. Auditions for DePaul's Got Talent are currently taking place via video submission to dpalumni@depaul.edu through April 23rd. This is going to be a great event, and I'm sure that you and Mrs. E are also going to participate in this one.
Yeah, that sounds like a whole lot of fun, Gene. Are you allowing professionals?
Well, we do have some professional alumni who could definitely be part of this.
Okay, thank you, Gene. Father Memo, everyone started to talk about Vincentian Service Day, which is coming up, and we're excited to learn more about what types of service opportunities will be available, and how will our students, faculty, and staff be able to participate this year.
Hello, everybody. St. Vincent de Paul said 400 years ago or so, the charity, which is usually expressed in service, is the soul of virtues and the paradise of communities. We understand in the 21st century that charity alone is not enough, but in crises like this, charity can be an essential element of how we cope socially. So I would like to invite the DePaul community, faculty, staff, alumni, and the students to register today for the Vincentian Service Day. Go to serviceday.depaul.edu and register. We are ready to participate in the Vincentian Service Day. This year, we invite the DePaul community to participate virtually, remotely, following the guidelines of physical distancing. We have created several opportunities, different opportunities for people to engage in service. So some options, correspondence and communication. Possible options include the elderly, the sick, healthcare workers, first responders, those experiencing homelessness. We can tell them words that support their situation right now and the work they are doing. Small donations. We are planning to support local and global Vincentian family organizations, a Vincentian Assistance Fund, the Student Emergency Assistance Fund, Inspire DePaul, food banks and pantries, and finally, skill sharing. Possible options include online teaching, making request maps from community partners, visual assistance for low vision individuals, etc. There are many possibilities for us to engage in the Vincentian Service Day. Charity is the soul of all virtues and is usually expressed in service. Let's do service and let's help each other.
Thank you, Father Memo. I know the PPE 3D printing has been one of the more successful ones, and we've actually received requests for PPE devices from non-hospital agencies as well, because it's not just the hospitals who need these devices. But thank you for your words. That ends today's DePaul Connection. I'd like to thank our guests. Newsline Daily will announce when our next video update will be available. Please continue to send your questions to DePaul Connection at depaul.edu. Thank you.